After multiple successive seasons in League One, Sunderland found themselves finally back in the Championship. But it's been a strugglesome season that finds them just 4 points clear of the drop. With a young and promising squad, Sunderland decided to entrust a young American manager. He goes by the name of Jurden Fox. Welcome, guys. Here it is. We are doing the Sunderland Career Mode. I'm very, very excited for this one. Sunderland are a team that I've never used in Career Mode, and I think there's no time like the present. Looking at the squad, it's a very, very young squad, but it lacks a bit of quality in quite a few areas, particularly there at the wingback positions. We're going to go for the 4-1-3-2, I guess it would be. I guess it's technically a 4-1-2-1-2, but the way we're going to play it is going to be like this. Like I said, a very young squad, but it lacks quite a bit of quality. Now, there's one thing that I wanted to show you guys because I thought this was really cool. This guy goes by the name of Jurden Marks, and I thought this was really neat because if you were unaware, my name in real life is Jurden. So I thought it was really neat that our first guy out of the youth academy was named Jurden as well, and it fits very perfectly because striker is certainly an area of need for this team. Sims is only here on loan, and Stewart's a decent option, but when you play two strikers up front, it's definitely nice to have a young, very high potential option in there. Now, here are the objectives from the board. Pretty generic youth development one. Within 2 seasons, have at least one player do whatever. Can't be bothered. Brand exposure, get 10 games without defeat this season. That's actually kind of going to be a tough one. And I thought this was interesting. Sign 1 players born in North America. If you didn't already know, I'm from America. So this one fit pretty well, and I have a signing in mind for this one already, actually. I'll show you guys that one in a bit. Continental success, obviously none. We're in the championship. We're barely hanging on to survival right now, so we'll focus on that when we get there. Domestic success, they only want us to finish mid-table, which is about what I expected, but in the FA Cup, they want us to reach the round of 16, which is kind of absurd for a championship mid-table side, but we'll see what we can do. It'd be pretty cool to make a deep cup run in the first season. And then financially, they want us to make a $15.3 million profit from youth player sales in 2 seasons. Another very generic one. I'm not sure if I'm going to do it. I don't know if I can be bothered. Now, our budget's very small, so we need to make some sales. Neil goes. We got about 1.7 million for him, which means that we had the money to make the signing that I really, really wanted to make. And that signing goes by the name of Dale Fry. I think this one makes a lot of sense. His contract is up in 12 months, so we got him for like 2.8 million, valuation of around 4.5. Very, very cheap, very good experience in the championship. So this one made a ton of sense to me, and it's a really, really good option for us at center back. Now, the first game of the highlights would come against Swansea City at home at the Stadium of Light. I had no idea what to expect going into this one. It's been a long time since I played in the championship in FIFA. Nice little tifo we had going there. It was time to get going. First chance of the game comes from a corner. Pritchard swings it into Fry. Fry off the bar. It's cleared away, but it goes only as far as Roberts. He decides to have a go, but it's way, way over. And then it's Pride on the ball, finds Allen, out wide to Patterson. Patterson beats Gooch way too easily. To be honest with you, I was not impressed by Lyndon Gooch in this game. But Patterson continues down that left-hand side. He cuts inside. He plays one into Allen. Allen right back to Patterson. Beautiful little 1-2 from Swansea there. And we start the game off, unfortunately, down 1-0. Definitely not the start that we wanted. Very disappointing. But the next set of highlights here would come for us. Stewart finds Clark in behind. Clark, with the fancy footwork, gives it back. And then Evans ends up with the shot, and it's over once again. And then the next set of highlights here came from Swansea. Patterson, who was pulling the strings in this game, finds it back to himself. Pride has a go, but it is saved nicely by the keeper. The next set of highlights also came from us in the second half here. Sirkin swings in a ball. It doesn't find Sims, but the rebound finds Clark, and it's a really good save to keep it at 1-0. We decided to sub Sims off here for Jurden, and I'm going to be honest, he didn't have a great game. From the resulting corner, though, it's cleared away. Evans has another go. He chests it down on the volley. Roof of the net, though. And then the next chance came to us as well. Evans finds Clark. Clark cuts inside with space, but it's caught well by Fisher. From the catch, he releases it. Slides it out wide to Marks, or not Marks, finds it to Darling. Darling finds Grimes. Grimes to Nicham, I think. I'm not really sure, but he beats Gooch way too easily, and Gooch, oh my god, he sucks, honestly. Obafemi finds Pride, and Pride, oh my god, he could be proud of that one. It was a beautiful strike, just delicious quality from that one, and we're definitely going to have another look at that one. Look at this for a strike. It's just always curling that little bit away from the keeper. 2-0. We didn't deserve it though. Stewart on the ball. Finds Marks. Marks, with his first couple of touches, is just poor finishing quality. And then Fry plays it to Clark. Clark, with space, drives it through the midfield. He beats a defender. And then the beautiful ball over the top finds Marks. Marks with the touch and the finish is, oh my goodness, a baby elephant could have done better. Evans finds Bennett. But this time, Bennett with a beautiful little through ball finds Stewart. Stewart, top right-hand corner, top left-hand corner rather, and it's game back on 2-1. But Swansea back on the ball here. Obafemi finds Walsh out wide. Walsh plays it back into Allen. Allen plays it back out wide to Walsh. Walsh to Obafemi, but the finish just simply lets him down. It should have been way better, I'll be honest. Another chance here for Swansea. Netcham there. Beats Fry, or Ballard rather. Fry can't get there in time. It finds Obafemi, but it's a brilliant save. Keeps really kept us in this one. But unfortunately, that was going to be all she wrote. A 2-1 defeat on the opening day. Certainly not how we wanted to kick things off. Now after that game, I knew something had to be done. So we've gone and signed a guy by the name of James Bree. He's going to be the new starting right back. We signed him for about 1.7 mil. Another player with his contract up come the end of the year. Got him for really cheap. He's a big improvement on Lyndon Gooch, though. I'm very excited about this one too. Next game of the highlights came away to Burnley at Turf Moor. They're definitely some tough competition. They're a team that I expect to be competing for the championship title here. But we're going to do our best to try and get a win against Vincent Kompany's side, who have been doing rather well in real life compared to what their form was last season. But the first highlight doesn't come until about the 33rd minute. It was a really boring game as Manuel finds his way down the right-hand side, defended by Sirkin. Manuel plays it into Cork. Cork finds Moreno. Moreno back to Rodriguez, and it's a brilliant save from Patterson there. The next highlight here, look at this. It's a header from the corner, and it's cleared off the line by the captain. He's been a very, very solid player. I was not expecting to like him as much as I have, but the dude simply has an engine on him. But after that chance for Burnley, that was all she wrote for the first half. A freaking boring first half apart from that goal line clearance. But the first chance of the second half would fall to us. Cleared away, finds Evans. Evans finds Bree. Bree finds it back to Pritchard, but the finish just lacked every bit of quality that was required, and that became a theme throughout the game. Next chance would also fall to us. It's Roberts to play a beautiful through ball to Sims, and Sims 1v1 with the keeper. What does he do? He misses, of course, right at the keeper. If his finishing ability was half as nice as his afro, he would probably be a decent player, but nevertheless, it's Manuel down this right-hand side for Burnley. He plays it into Rodriguez, and oh my god. It's 1-0. We're down 1-0 again, a very familiar position. The next set of highlights comes from Diallo. He plays it back inside to Evans, and although he's been a good player, I never expected him to finish that one off. Next up is Diallo, again, driving down the right. He finds Bree, who's had a brilliant game today. He finds Marks. Marks with the finish? No, he puts it wide. Jurden is very much like myself. He's just not good at finishing. He gets to the right spots, but doesn't get the finish. And then this one here, what a block there from Dale Fry as it finds the keeper. But that would be all she wrote here at Turf Moor. Another defeat. This one comes away at Burnley. Very, very tough times here for Sunderland. But just like last time, after the loss, we decided to go out and do something positive and sign this guy, Jay De Silva. Really, really like the look of him. I may have signed him in a different career mode in the past, but I don't know. But really, really good signing here. Lots of pace, lots of defensive ability. I believe high work rate. We swapped him for a youngster named like Mateta, but it was a really good signing. And that would actually turn out to be our last bit of transfer business. No signings came in on deadline day. We didn't have enough money to sign anybody, so it just remained as Dale Fry, James Bree, and Jay De Silva. Those were the three that we went for. A very successful window, nonetheless, despite a lack of activity overall. And with the transfer window now being shut, here is what the squad looks like. We made 3 signings, all of them defensive. I didn't feel the need to make anything else. Still undecided on Evans, to be honest. He's been really good in play games, but in sim games, he doesn't seem to get the highest ratings, and he's old. But nonetheless, there's a lot of quality in this squad, like we talked about earlier. I expect us to be probably around mid-table, maybe challenging for a playoff promotion spot, but I'm happy with the way things are now, so we remain patient. And now, on to the final game of this episode's highlights. Norwich at home. And I don't want to spoil anything, but this game was an absolute cracker. One of the best games of FIFA I have played in a very, very long time. You guys are going to love this one. First chance of the game would fall to us. Robert slips it through. It is going to be Pritchard with the first chance of the game, and it hits the keeper right in the balls. So we take the first chance of begging. Brereton Diaz here, though, with time, with space, finds Isaac Hayden. Isaac Hayden fumbles it into the goal somehow. This one made me so mad. You'll see it on the replay. Look at the keeper just kind of runs into the ball and then never makes an attempt to get it and then continues running at Hayden. It literally didn't make any sense. But 1-0. Of course we concede a goal like that, though. Just of course. The next highlight, though, would fall to us. It's Patrick Roberts. He picks it up close to the halfway line, and he has a go, and oh my goodness. He has spanked that like a misbehaving, ugly stepchild. That was absolutely wonderful. Just look at this. He hits it so perfectly and so much power on it. But the next chance would fall to Norwich. They hit the post here from the corner. We failed to deal with it properly. Brereton Diaz has the ball. Plays it to McLean, finds Sargent. Sargent finds Cantwell. Cantwell finds, I believe it was Ida in that position, but the goal was ruled out for offsides. Thank God. I was livid when that went in initially. But the next chance would also fall to us. It is De Silva, who had a brilliant game in this one, by the way. He finds Stewart through. He's clean through one-on-one, and oh my God. Oh my God. He finished that one like a bad movie. And then it is the short corner to Cantwell. Cantwell finds Brereton Diaz. He holds off and holds off and holds off until he finds his man eventually. Oh my God, look at this. Finds his man eventually. Keeper should have saved it. It was right down the middle, but this pisses me off so much. The short corner in FIFA is so broken. Like, how is he able to just sit there and jockey the ball for like 3 in-game minutes? That's absolutely ridiculous. Nevertheless, we go into the break down 2-1. Again, trailing early in the game. It just has to stop. We're like Antonio Conte Spurs, but nevertheless, Jay De Silva here rather finds Clark. Clark finds Sims. Sims back to Clark. Clark plays it inside to Sims, and that should have been a goal as well. What a save there from Tim Krul. Haven't really been impressed with Sims, I'm not going to lie. He's found himself in the right places, but hasn't had the finish. But look at this highlight here. The strength from Jay De Silva to hold off his man, and then plays it into Pritchard, and it's a great finish from Pritchard to make it 2-2. But that would not be all there was to it. It's only the 53rd minute here as Tim Krul attempts to play the ball out from the back. De Silva intercepts so well. What a player. And it was very good to knock it on there from Jurden, but unfortunately Pritchard could not find the finish. And then it was Norwich here, hiking up the wing. Brereton finds Nunez, who finds Cantwell, who finds Ida, and then who eventually finishes. It was a beautiful team goal from Norwich there. Can't be too mad about that one. It was great quality, but it still sucks that the scoreline would end up being 3-2 after that one. Did not take us long to find a response, though. Jack Clark through the middle. He dinks it over to his man Neil there, who plays it right back to him. Jack Clark takes a couple of touches. Bang. Back of the net. That would be the leveler there at 3-3. And we did have one final chance here. Roberts plays through Marks. Marks with a brilliant opportunity to put the game to bed, but he fails to do so. The finishing has been so poor from us this season. And that would do it for the final game of these highlights. 3-3 at home to Norwich. And that is going to do it for the first installment of the Jurden Fox Sunderland Career Mode. It was a pretty successful first episode, maybe not in terms of results in the play game, but the signings that we made and the entertainment factor of it, I thought was really, really good. We currently sit in 17th, just 3 points above the relegation zone, which is not exactly where we want to finish the season. But as we look up the league table here, you will also see there were only a few points off of the promotion playoff spots as well. So still plenty of time left in the season, still plenty of more episodes to go. If you guys have any recommendations for signings or anything involving this career mode, please feel free to leave a comment. And of course, please do leave a like if you have enjoyed and subscribe if you haven't already. My name is Jurden. Peace out, guys.